Okay, so I getting a message. I was gonna go outside and film some water activity, but there's a weird gentleman that won't leave, and has even come to the door. I do not know this man, and I want him to know. I've been making sound bowls and jingling things. Anyway, he came closer for a while. And then my neighbor came out. So then she doesn't like scared away somewhat. But he's back across it. He's just across the street staring over here. Even now. Okay, but anyway. And know that everything's gonna be alright. And that this man will either leave on his own or the cops will have to come and just say, hey, what do you want? And no, and bye-bye. Okay. But before I remembered, he understood my assignment. Father God, I'm talking about. And shows miracles as breadcrumbs along the way. Always ensuring, always ensuring we have all we need. Okay, so I'm going to say that again. Oops. All right. I'm going to say before we remembered, okay? Before we remembered, he understood your assignment and showed you miracles as breadcrumbs along the way, always ensuring you'd always have what you need. Make it personal. That's a beautiful thing. He takes care of the birds, the fish, and everything. So, of course, he would take care of us. It's just now man has made a religion out of everything, a ritual, religion, and you have to follow their rituals for things now that used to be free to us because that's how God made it. We don't even want to, that's not what I'm here for, okay? So I'm going to do a spread that is, it's the ancient way. It's like north, south, east, and west, okay? But it goes east, south, west, and north. And then the fifth in the middle is the sacred mountain card, okay? All right. So let's get started. Before I remembered, he understood my assignment and showed me miracles as breadcrumbs along the way, always ensuring we'd have all we need. Okay? Wow. And miracles a breadcrumb? A miracle as a breadcrumb? What? Wow. So can you imagine what a real crumb is like, or a whole piece of bread? Wow. If you had an old piece of bread and you've had a breadcrumb, what would you rather have? What's good as a breadcrumb? It's good if you have a bunch of them and you put them in ground meat to make a meatloaf. I don't know what else to use breadcrumbs for. Other good dishes, stuffed bell peppers and mirliton and I don't know, other stuff. Okay? The stuffing, dressing, yeah, breadcrumbs. They're good in a recipe. But by itself, it's good for a bird. So it's a good for birds to eat breadcrumbs. Yes, my neighbor who just shooed away this man from her car. I mean, he was all up in her, like yelling at her, and I guess she was like, "Get away!" And she's this woman's like late 70s, or she could be 80s. She don't care. I mean, she stays safe, but she does not care. She's lived over here forever. And I'm not sure she didn't know the guy because he was talking to her like, oh, and she's like, no, like, no, no, no. I'll ask her later. My phone is in the car, so I can't go get it. Or else I'd call my daughter and say, hello, can you tell the cops to drive by just to, because I didn't he was, Lord, like, over here near the house for at least a half hour, talking up to the window. And he was saying, Mija, I had to like try to tell my little girl, like, look away from the window, do not look out there, blah, blah, blah. Okay, back to this. Okay, back. I'm gonna come back and do that lesson, okay? This, not this, that lesson, but that spread. This is enough of itself. This in itself is enough. I think that's how I wanted to say it, okay? Like, share, and subscribe. I'll come back with another story right now.